When it comes to relationships, it's interesting now that we're in the day and age of social media where it would seem on the surface, and I'm not saying this is a blanket statement. I want to be very careful because we have caught a little bit of heat on some of our social clips. But when it comes to some of these professional athletes and their relationships, we as consumers like to see this behind the scenes, going into the life of what it looks like to live in these gigantic mansions and this lifestyle that we have. But I kind of feel like it's almost a detriment to the relationship or the player themselves. Am I close on that?
It's actually, from my perspective, a terrible situation. There's been a rash of burglaries amongst professional athletes. And when you've got someone with a camera posting onto TikTok, them sort of walking through your house, whether it's from the front door to the living room or down to the basement or wherever, there's lots of people looking at that. And some people are just voyeurs who want to see what you're up to and what your house looks like. But all it takes is one smart criminal to sort of map out your house and then know that you're off playing in Calgary tonight, to know that in 5 minutes I can get from the front door, follow this roadmap you just gave me, get to the vault where you just showed me all the jewelry is kept, and book out the door.
So you're saying there's a difference between Architectural Digest and TikTok?
Pretty big difference.
Yeah.
Did you see the Amazon Prime series where they followed Quinn Hughes around, and they showed this one shot? And being in Vancouver, I know exactly the area. But he opens the windows and it shows BC Place and then the Falls Creek skyline. And if you're in Vancouver, you know exactly where he lives. You know the apartment building. To some degree, you being the law attorney, are you not stepping in and saying, okay, we have to cut that. You can't be showing where the players live because, like you mentioned, it's a couple seconds away from somebody busts in, the Canucks are playing, he's playing on the ice.
From my perspective, I don't like that, but I don't know if that building's got 24/7, manned personnel, security, what the security system is. I mean, I knew where Jonathan Toews lived in Chicago, and it'd be pretty hard for someone to find that house if you didn't know exactly where it was. I just happened to be friends with one of his neighbors and so I sort of knew. But it's not on a map. He did a pretty good job of covering his tracks. But you've got to be super careful. I mean, real estate records are public. Someone who wants to find you and can dig will dig. And so you've just got to take the steps to try to be secure and cover your tracks as much as possible. And once the record's out there, it's out there. You can't make it go away.
Just this past year, we had Joe Burrow, we had Patrick Mahomes, we had Travis Kelce, we had Evgeny Malkin. I mean, the number just seems to be getting bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of these burglaries are not being made public because the athletes don't want them to be public. The numbers are astronomical.
Even
it
higher.
Happens a lot.
Wow.
Happens a lot. A lot.
Do you have any stats on that?
I don't have the stats, but it's a lot. It's a stunning number.
Like dozens, hundreds? Like
it's
if you took
definitely dozens.
You took the NHL, but 900, 1,000 players in the whole league. If you had to guess how many a year get burglarized? 5, 10, 20?
I'm just guessing, but it's certainly more than 5 or 10.
Wow.
Somebody comes into your office and says, I just signed a big contract. Here's the team I'm playing for. I don't know what I'm doing. Do you prefer a guy like that that's willing to admit his lack of knowledge on this, or somebody that comes in going, all right, here's what I want to do. I want this going here, there, and there?
The next time someone comes in and says, I want to do this, that, and the other, will be the first time that happens.
Okay.
So,
are you looking forward to that day?
I mean, that would be amazing. But I'm not holding my breath for it. I mean, what you really want is someone essentially admitting, listen, I know I have a problem. I don't know the solutions to these problems. I found you somehow. Please help me.
If you enjoyed what you just saw, we do new clips every single day, twice a day on the Clips channel. You see clips right here. And beside Dave's crotch, we have a full-length show every single Sunday, right by my hand.
Click right here.